Good evening, Professor. This is my final video. I'm Anthony Walton. I've really enjoyed your 340 class. It's my last semester as a senior, and so I'm going to just do a critical assessment of public relations, pretty much of what I've learned throughout the course of the semester. So I've learned a lot. I've learned that public relations is critical as long as there is media, as long as there are people, as long as there's TV, as long as there is anything where we show ourselves to the world, there's going to be a need for PR. As long as there are companies, as long as people interact with people on a large scale, there's going to be need for public relations. They train people, as we learned with that. Forgive me for forgetting everyone's name, but that one guy who came in and gave us that little training seminar, he came in and he trained us about media training and how important that is, how to present yourself to the world, how to answer questions tactfully, how to represent your organization, how to represent yourself, all of that. It's critical because the world looks at people who are on TV very critically, very harshly, and so knowing how to respond to them, the cops, the press, whoever asks you questions, is important because you could make or break your entire life based on one thing. Just like that woman, I forget her name too. I'm probably gonna forget everyone's name, but the woman who sent out that tweet, the whole going to Africa, hope I don't get AIDS. That woman. She ruined her life. There's a good chance she might have been able to um, salvage her public image if it weren't for the fact that she was on that airline for what 18 hours or something. That's a perfect instance of the importance of public relations. How if she were out, she easily could have responded, said something, apologized, honed up to it. As you were saying, if you make a mistake, don't try to pile up reasons. Just accept it and apologize. Say like, hey, I made a stupid joke. It was insensitive of me and I'm sorry. Something like that, but she was not able. Now she's just a crippled former shell of herself. Um, and so public relations is extremely critical, especially in today's world as we become more and more media driven with social media, especially how quickly we can get our image, our message out there through Twitter, through Instagram, through Snapchat, through Vines, through Facebook, through whatever. It's getting easier and easier to be able to talk to the masses, much easier than it ever has in human society. And so right now, public relations is at its peak of importance because everyone is making bad decisions and they don't know how to save themselves and then they just get ruined because of it. So I learned, I think the most important thing I learned is the importance of public relations. Just how valuable it is to be able to know how to respond to the public, to be able to talk to them, to be able to how to present yourself. Even so many things are just important, and I learned that. And I think in your class, one of the two most favorite things I had, or my experiences, were all the guest speakers you had because they were really interesting, all of them, because they're all like, I don't know if they're experts in their field, but they were highly regarded men, and most of them have their own companies. Most of them are like CEOs and all that, and so having them come up and share all their information that worked and has helped their company and themselves, that's valuable beyond words. And so I really appreciated that, as well as all the fun games you had. Even if everyone didn't always laugh at it, I was laughing quietly, and I really, really enjoyed it. Those things like that really help stick in some of the things we learned and really cause us to use our critical thinking. And so those are the things I really enjoyed, and those are the things I learned. So thank you so much, Professor, for this semester. I can't think of a better class to take to send me off into the real world. So thank you.